following a 25-turnover game against the Portland Trailblazers. The Warriors lost their first game of the 25-26 season. They cleaned things up in pretty dominant fashion for most of the second half against the Memphis Grizzlies, winning 131-118. But the difference in this game than that of Portland's is that it was not on the back of one Wardell Stephen Curry. No, this game was anchored by the Warriors' young cats. Jonathan Kuminga, Brandin Podziemski, Moses Moody combined for over 60 points in this ball game. 68 points from the three Warriors' young cats who we have had reservations about, who we have had questions about, who we've had concerns about being long-term answers for this Golden State team, being able to take the mantle from Steph, from Draymond, from now Jimmy Butler. Well, they showed us a glimpse of what we could be in store for if they could keep it up on today's edition of Warriors Today. We're going to cover Jonathan Kaminga, Brandin Podziemski, Moses Moody, even some more young talent that made major impacts against the Memphis Grizzlies here as the Golden State Warriors are now 3-1. Very, very good news all around for Warriors fans. Here is Steph had this to say about the young cats' performance. He said, "There's not a lot of ISO ball in our offense, so we have to have guys that have confidence that if the possession says it's your turn to finish, that they're able to make plays. There's going to be games where the unks are out, and they're going to have to step up. So it is huge." Love that Steph has confidence in these guys, man. We've all been waiting for it, right? We've all been waiting for Jonathan Kuminga to buy in and be engaged and use his talents to his full extent. We've all been waiting for Brandin Podziemski to kind of just slow things down, put it all together, make the right decisions. He's doing that. We're all been waiting for Moses Moody to put together a consistent outside shot. He's put that together so far this season, man. Absolutely awesome. We're going to break it all down in just one moment. First, though, I got to make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. We are almost at the most major milestone in Warriors Today history. 100,000 subs. So if you love the Warriors, you want free content every day, and you want to join us for our watch parties where we're live for basically every single Warriors game, we're going to be live again tonight for Warriors versus Clippers. Hit that subscribe button right now and turn your notifications on so you know exactly when we pump out content here on the channel. I was wrong, man. I'm not going to say I was wrong, but Jonathan Kuminga is an entirely different player this season. I'm actually listening to the press conferences right now. If he says something that gets my ears perked up, I'll let you know. But 25 points, 10 rebounds, leading the team once again. 8 rebounds per game through the first 4 of the season. He's finally engaged. He's finally playing complementary basketball. He's playing well with Jimmy Butler, with Draymond Green on the court at the same time. He started once again for the Warriors. We're missing Al Horford tonight. He'll play against the Clippers on the second leg of this back-to-back. Jonathan Kuminga is absolutely engaged. And yeah, he didn't make either of his 2 3-point attempts. It doesn't matter. He's creating second chance opportunities for Golden State. He's getting out in transition. He's getting downhill, taking efficient shots at the rim rather than settling for mid-range jumpers. He's doing everything that we preached all last season, all off season. He's buying in. He's making a major impact for the Golden State Warriors here. Also, another improvement in his game, the free throw line. This guy has been nails all season. He is 14 of 15 in his last 2 games. Another 7 of 8 performance in this one. He's locked in. He's locked in. You'd have to argue that Jonathan Kuminga is an early most improved player of the year candidate. And it's because he is playing complementary basketball. He's buying into his role. He's cutting off of the ball. He's crashing the glass. He's playing good on ball and engaged defense. He's playing good off ball and engaged defense. I've been seeing him direct traffic, directing Steph where to go defensively. Like, he's buying in. Jimmy Butler must have done something with Jonathan Kuminga. And I'll tell you what, there's nobody more pleased, not even me, nobody more pleased than head coach Steve Kerr. Here's what he had to say. JK has been fantastic. It just feels like he has found his spot in this group, playing with Jimmy and Dray on the front line. We just feel like the way he's rebounding, the way he's attacking the rim. When he's playing to that talent, to that ability, it changes our team, and it changes his game. He has been great. Jonathan Kaminga is doing things that I knew he was capable of. We knew he was capable of it. The athleticism is off of the charts. And he's finally using it to money-making capabilities. Like, if he keeps this up, if he continues to crash the glass, if he continues to be a good interior presence, then the sky's the limit. He's also making great reads as well on the floor. He's not, it's not tunnel vision anymore. He's looking for the open player. He did great as the roller in some Steph pick and rolls tonight, finishing at the rim. I mean, I'm looking for reasons to, rag on the guy, which I normally do. But I mean, you have 3 turnovers in this game. He still has those classic, head down, chaotic, loses the basketball, some boneheaded plays. But he's affecting the game. He's making up for them on the other end, which he wasn't doing previously. On the glass, he's making up for these mistakes, generating extra possessions for Golden State, man. I'm championing him more than I ever have in his entire career, and it's for a reason, okay? He is a different player. This is not the same Jonathan Kuminga, I promise you. So, for anybody in the comment section that wants to come at me for, hating on this guy last season and basically all the time he's played with the Golden State Warriors in his career so far, he's not the same player. He's not playing remotely to the same instincts and IQ and just overall intangibles of the game. He's got those this year. There's serious polish on Jonathan Kuminga's game. I don't know who worked with him this summer. I'm sure Jimmy got in his ear a good bit. I'm confident in Jonathan Kuminga, and I haven't been able to say that previously. What's your confidence level in Jonathan Kuminga? Let me know down in the comment section. Scale it for me 1 through 100. 1 being he's still trash. Trade him out of Golden State. No confidence at all. 100 being he's going to be an all-star. Maybe win MIP. Let me know down in the comment section. We'll talk more about the young talent that absolutely dominated in this game, and hopefully we see it in the future. First, I got to tell you guys about our sponsor in the program, and that is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports platform. You guys can make the high-flying hoops action this season even better with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. You can also get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. It's the best daily fantasy sports app in the game because of the features that they offer. Firstly, I got to tell you, though, all you guys got to do is play 2 to 6 players in a lineup and just pick more or less on their projected stats. It's that easy. Also, Prize Picks offers the best features like stacks, where you can have multiple stat projections from the same player and put it in the same lineup on Prize Picks, the only daily fantasy sports app that offers that. Also, it's becoming a social event as well. You can copy lineups from other people on Prize Picks, feature creators, celebrities, your friends. You can even copy my lineups as well in the feed tab on Prize Picks. My 6-man lineup for the Warriors versus Grizzlies game did not go super well. Ended up going 3 for 6, but it's okay. You can tail my picks or fade them. Just do it at Prize Picks. Download the app today and use the code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All that information is clickable down in the comment section and description of today's video. Alrighty, got to talk about Brandin Podziemski here, man. Lights out. Confident. Poised. Things that we need, man. Things that we need. As I'm watching the Warriors press conference, and they got Buddy Hield's name tag on Moses Moody here, who we'll talk about in just a moment. But 23 points from Brandin Podziemski, 6 assists. Is that? Oh, yeah, a donut. 0 turnovers. On a night where Golden State still did turn the ball over 15 times, too high for Steve Kerr's liking, Brandin Podziemski was getting it done, making the right reads, like slowing the game down. Steph said in his post-game press conference, speaking on Brandin Podziemski here, saying the biggest thing for him is just keeping the game simple, not trying to do too much. We know Brandin Podziemski is not the most outwardly skilled player, not outwardly athletic player in the league. He's going to be able to have success based on intangibles, based on his decision-making, based on making the plays that other guys won't make. We know he steps in the lane for charges. We know he takes contact. We know he gives it 110% on defense, and he was an excellent shooter at the collegiate level. He was 4 for 4 for his first 4 threes tonight. He might have even been 5 for 5. Ends up 5 for 7 on the night. If you keep getting this type of Podziemski, man, it is. The Warriors are going to be in a really good spot. He's never going to be a 17, 18 point per game guy on this team, but if you keep getting this type of performances, like they're not going to lose a lot of games. Like Steph said, when the unks are out, these guys got to step up. If they can continue to do that, yeah, we're looking at a really good regular season record, and I think we're looking at a potential championship run from this team. Another player who absolutely starred in this one, Moses Moody. I mean, this guy looks healthy. He was dealing with an injury at the beginning of the season, missed the first 2 games. He looks healthy as all heck. 20 points in this one. Just straight buckets, by the way. 1 assist, 2 turnovers. On-ball defense is still there with Moses Moody. We know that. Point of attack defense. He doesn't, clearly, by shooting 5 of 7 from 3 as well, he doesn't want his spot to be taken up by Will Richard in this Warriors lineup. Friendly competition can only make this team better, man. If Moses Moody's going to be hitting threes to give himself a bigger spot in this lineup for Steve Kerr, then, yeah, I'm all for it. We're all looking for dubs here, and Moses Moody has been awesome so far. You could argue he's on a bargain, man. $13 million, like around $13 million a year for him. You get good, solid on-ball defense at the point of attack. He plays bigger than he is too. Those 2 rebounds that he had, like he was getting up above some bigger players on the Memphis squad. So hats off to Moses Moody there. Some more young talent that has been killing it for Golden State. Will Richard continues to be a fan favorite, continues to be a coach's favorite because he just brings energy. Energy. Not going to light up his box score. He's not. But you felt every single time that he put a stat up there. All those 4 points, cutting to the basket, off the ball, being available, being in the right spot at the right time. As a matter of fact, the first bucket that he had was the offensive rebound that he tapped to Quentin Post, and he was wide open after the defense collapsed in on Post. They thought he went out of bounds, fell out of bounds. No, he was right there, underneath the basket, open for the lay. Missed his 3-point attempt, but the on-ball defense is absolutely there with Richard. Steve Kerr said he looks like he's in his 7th year. He hasn't missed a beat. He's playing really sound basketball here. Steph said he changed the game defensively. Glad he's on our squad, man. Glad he's on this Warriors team. Quentin Post, I thought played really well as well. I want to get his numbers up here as he had 2 rejections, both at the rim, both on Ja Morant, who was the engine entirely for this Memphis team in this game. He ended up having 23 in this one with 9 assists, but Quinn Post sending him twice at the rim. That is awesome to see. The vets in this one, we haven't talked about the vets. We talked about what Curry had to say about the young cats, but we haven't talked about exactly what Steph did. Well, because he wasn't asked to do too much. He just wasn't asked to do too much in this one. 16 points, did his thing, hella efficient. We'll take it. We'll take it. When Kaminga, Moody, and Pods are giving you 68 points, like, yeah, we can have a nice nonchalant 30-minute night from Steph. Jimmy only played 30 minutes as well. He gave you 20 in this one. Continues to get to the free throw line. Jimmy Butler does this season. Missed a pair on one of those trips for the first time this year, but hella efficient as well. 2 of 2 from long range. They leave Jimmy Butler wide open. He's going to take 2 a game. He's probably going to make one of them. Some nights he'll miss them both, but tonight you get an extra. You get 2 for 2 from Jimmy Butler from long range. Draymond had 7 assists in the first quarter. Ends up with 10. Speaking of Draymond, as I see the turnovers there with 4, that's characteristic. By the way, his little taunt on Santi Aldama after that flagrant foul was hysterical. Jimmy, though, 5 turnovers for Jimmy Butler in this game. That's too much, but uncharacteristic of him. We know he's going to clean it up. One of the cleanest players in this league. Always makes the right decisions. And he's a guy who just always makes up for it on the other end. I said that about Kaminga before. Jimmy does the exact same thing. Creates turnovers, has steals, grabs rebounds as well. Like, don't got to worry about Jimmy Butler. If he has some turnovers, you know he's mad at himself and he wants to make up for those types of things. Overall in this game, man, Golden State got an excellent shooting night from the young cats, from the vets. Like, everybody shot well. They're not always going to shoot 47% from three-point range, but some nights they are. And you're going to get this result where they put up $131 on a Memphis team. It's pretty good. Thought it was great. Thought it was fun. And I cannot wait to be back out here again for another Warriors game, which will be tonight. That's why you subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/WarriorsTV. This is the place for you. Approaching 100,000 subscribers. be a part of the journey, man. The bus does not stop here. We cover your Warriors every single day. Videos like this, live streams for the game. We'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, let's go Dubs.